Alright, fellow YouTubers, Deadpool Toys 12 here, this time doing a review on the Grand MAster Gundam. You guys, words cannot describe how hard it was to complete this. Foolishly, over 10 years ago, I did have the Hyper Mode Master Gundam, and I did pick up Walter Gundam. I picked him up, and I also picked up over here this other Grand Gundam. And yes, I do have him on display flying, but I did also pick up the Raven Gundam. And what I did not know at this time was that none of them came with the connector pieces. And there you go. I actually took them all out. I'm going to reorganize my G Gundam shelf there. I always had hyper mode, but you can see I actually painfully had all of them already. And the sad thing is I had to rebuy them, including the Raven Gundam over there, right next to the other Burning Gundam, and he's carrying a spare Burning Gundam. But I literally had to rebuy all of them just for the connector pieces. And there you go. I actually did get the MSIA Japanese version of the toy. So first off, I mean, the art's okay on the back, but it doesn't actually come with his first form. I didn't mean the art. I meant the poses of the figures on the back of the box. But anyway, the Royal Gundam, which is included in the American release version you see here, but it's not actually included in the actual Japanese MSIA version. That's one thing. And I'm not going to put them on blast, but a YouTuber said all the connector pieces would come in this box. And they clearly, painfully didn't. This huge thing that I paid all this money for the Grand Gundam, which I already had, except for the one I had, he had all the extra hands, and the only thing he didn't come with was these. But the sad part about it is that this only had this inksy-winksy connector part here with Master Gundam. This right here. This small part right here. Yeah, so basically this small part right here is why I paid $150, because I went off of a review where the guy said all of the connector pieces are included with this. So I was like, okay, let me just pay this huge fee and then I'll have all the connector parts, and it only had that one. So ironically, I still had to buy the other connector pieces, and that's the most expensive thing I have ever bought related to G Gundam. Now, we'll be honest with this, it really is not about the articulation. You're not going to get a lot of articulation with these. I will do a montage showing you whenever I put it together, but as far as it goes, yeah, this is all about, I guess, like just having it in this crazy pose. And see this, the connector piece is pretty, let me flip it around. Then for this part here, this connector piece is very strong. It does support it, you know, but if you do move it, it's easy for it to like kind of tilt like the one way or to the other, but it's pretty good there. This right here is actually really tricky. This part right here is very, very tricky. You do have to position it just right. And here the legs are actually, you see that? That's supposed to click there, but they are always coming out. So it's kind of different. And you can actually see me holding this part in my hand. You see how crazy this looks. Y'all see this? This is the whole part that's on here with some of the connector pieces right quick. So this part right here actually does come with the Raven Gundam. It's supposed to come with the Raven Gundam if you look online. It's like one of the main parts and like the hugest part, and it's like the bread and butter of the whole combination. And this huge stick right here is what comes with Walter Gundam. This here is 4 connector parts. Could not find it anywhere on eBay individually just like this. Either way, I had to get a second Gundam just to get these parts. Then right here is the other piece for Master Gundam. So as you see here, it literally, it's just this piece right here, you know? That's it. This piece cost me like 175 bucks. This is the piece that I bought all the way from Japan. Then the part that's kind of idiotic is that this piece doesn't even come with Master Gundam. Even if you do buy the box set, it only comes with like Funsaki and, you know, his other parts. But this part actually comes with Grand Gundam. So you're not going to get this unless it's with Grand Gundam. So at first, this is pretty much the position that you want to actually have the Grand Gundam in, kind of bent over like that and kind of sticking in there. And these right here, you move these to the front here. You see how they go back? You move them to the front. Probably should individually do a review on every Gundam, but this is how it actually looks here. All right, here the camera will say center. We take this part. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm not taking all of these pieces and then reconnecting it, showing every last one of them. This is an old school figure, but you see here, you just snap off the legs. This is that piece, that infamous piece right here facing that way. And you're going to actually click it in there. Well, if I click it in right, there it goes. Hear that little click? And then right here, we're going to actually take the piece. You see there's a little click in here right there. and we're gonna put it into there, right there. So I'm gonna try to do this on camera or do some magic where it's already clicked in, but we're gonna see if we can get it in there. And there it is. It's in there. Kind of position him up. And see, the thing is that I feel like, whoops, on all of them, he's like tilted up. Like Master Gundam is front and center. And then it's kind of awkward to get him in that position. But you got to like bring these in. These stay in. But then they're supposed to still click here on both sides. They're still supposed to click. And then it's supposed to like kind of sit him up, as you see, which is, it's really weird and janky. They're supposed to be touching the ground like so. And see, they keep trying to lean like forward. And this was supposed to be a brand new Grand Gundam. But I guess because of how many years like this has been out, it probably was, I don't know, a little bit questionable over time with the figure already feeling loose. All right, when we get to this part is a behemoth. Like these, here, I'll show you guys. I can't be too cheap. Oh, it's in there pretty good. So you see here, there's the ball joint and there's a little clicker there. It's really kind of weird because it's awkward. You can do this and it ports into these holes. But when you do like this, if you do it from this angle, it's kind of awkward for it to reach the ball to get clicked in there. Oh my words. But I'm gonna try to do it in front of you guys. But once you click both of them, it's in there, you know? And I actually struggle with this part, which is crazy. I took the wing off again so you guys can see this pretty clear. But this is the part for the Raving Gundam. All this comes with the Raving, like Gundam. Wings going here. You easily would put the claws right here on the ball joint. This part right here, this connector piece, you put these 4 pieces together. You see the ridges in there. And then you would take these and just snap them in. Like so. All right, and here you have the weirdest yet coolest behemoth of a part I have ever seen in my life. This right here, if you try to get this part off of eBay, they probably charge you like $200 for all these connector pieces to go on here. But we're gonna sit here. You take this, goodness gracious, I'm gonna position these down. Oh, give me strength. And this, oh yeah, this right here, this clicks into here, that hole there. And I didn't know this until I actually saw the instructions. And the instructions only helped out with that part. That's the only part that's kind of clear. It just pretty much like, I guess you're just supposed to put it like in there. Then what's crazy is that this is the trick I actually found out. So spread out the leg some. And then what you do is, once again, you're gonna line it up. And then you're gonna like go on ahead and like kind of push it in there. Get it down there. See how it kind of went down. And then you're gonna take these legs and just, there we go, kind of clamp them in so that it stays there. That actually helps it to stay in place. And I would like to ask you guys, I've been watching a lot of reviews on G Gundam. It's my favorite anime show of all time. But my question is his name pronounced Domon or Domon? Because people keep saying Domon, and they're doing these great reviews. And I'm like, yo, when we grew up, it was pronounced Domon. Like, that's how they said his name in the show. And I'm like, they're doing these detailed reviews. But literally how they said his name in the show, they're saying Domon. I'm not going to, like, I think it's like 4 videos. So I'm like, has it been Domon this whole time? But anyway, here it is completely combined, and it's just crazy. One guy put it the best that I saw in a past review. It's bananas. Like, everything, this is all over the place. And sometimes I like to have Walter like Gundam, because he does stay up pretty good on the tail, but I'll kind of finagle like one arm kind of resting on the wing whenever it's solid and in there. But this makes no sense. But I don't know. It's just that crazy thing that I had. And I just had to get it. Like, this is on a different level. And I know I haven't showed, like, articulation or anything. Like, of course, you can stretch these things out. You know, everything kind of moves. This can open and close. Master Gundam can't really do, like, nothing, you know. He actually, to me, kind of looks like he wants to escape there. I might have to get an extra Master, like, Gundam. It's really cool. But I really thought about how crazy this was, and I'm not gonna lie, the toy is somewhat frustrating. Trying to find this, what, 20, 25 years, 30 years, like, later completed, it is so hard to find. But I did it. I sacrificed the money. I wasted a lot of money, but it is what it is. I'm glad to add this to my collection for G Gundam, and I will be getting all the wacky G Gundams that they came out with, so expect some random reviews. And even though I paid, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times the retail price, Walter Gundam, the eBayer that I bought this from, it was the only one that came with the original version of the dark version of one of the Gundams, which, like, here is Noble Gundam. But I guess this is what it means to have adult money, because you can basically get whatever you want. And I never thought that I would have doubles of these Gundams to make the Grand MAster Gundam. This is crazy. I'm still kind of happy I did it. I always wanted this. And I will tell you that a long time ago in college, I was buying these. They were way cheaper, and I just couldn't afford to get the get the connection pieces at that time. Then on the side note, the crazy thing is Gundams was my worst nightmare as a little kid, because what my mom did was if I took off one of the darkness fingers or the hands, or if I disconnected a limb to attach it to a different Gundam and like twist parts, and then I left the pieces unconnected, my mom threw away so many pieces. So you'll see I actually have like doubles of a lot of Gundams here, because my mom threw away some arms, legs, heads, feet, arms, like weapons, everything, because she assumed that it was broken because you deattached them. Good old childhood memories.
Whoa, what is going on here? Man, these creators were all over the place back in the day. I mean, who designed that? Whoa.
Hey, I didn't do the size comparison with other figures yet. Can you chill?
You didn't see that coming? Come on, I haven't done it to you in a couple of reviews.
Dan here is the Grand MAster Gundam. Dan here he is next to the Hot Toy Spider-Man. No Way Home, From Home, Somewhere Around Home, Far From Home. Dan here he is next to the Gundam Universe Red Zaku. Dan here he is next to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Howard the Duck.
Oh, these size comparisons are getting out of hand.
And here he is next to C-3PO. Dan here he is next to Deadpool.
Yeah, I know you've done like 3 movies and the last one was really cool with the other Spider-Mans. But come on, man, we need you to make another one.
Well, we will see what happens. I have to check with Zendaya.
Zendaya, but she's playing Mary Jane. What's up with you?
Well, in the plans, we want a family, kids, settle down.
Man, you can settle down after 3 more movies, okay? Well, you actually got Daffy Duck here. That's crazy.
It is Howard the Duck, you numbskull.
His voice is less nasally. Damn well, I never noticed how small these Gundams are. I'm 6 inches, so this must be like 4.5 inches or less. And why does this one look like a spider? What's going on, man? Damn, these legs. Well, they were open-minded at Bandai. But I know there's no articulation here. I know this isn't good. Just like I thought. And I don't even know what type of hands or arms, legs, toes are these, and why are you tippy-toeing it? And you actually have 2 chests? That's interesting. Then what are these things? How are they supporting me? Pretty sure you can get some local channels with those things. Dude, I don't even want to know what all these hands are for. Oh my gosh, and behind you actually can fly? Man, a lot is going on here. Why do you have seaweed attached in the back?
But as a collector, I am very happy that this is finally complete, you guys. I cannot tell you how long it took me to complete these. And even whenever I saved up the money and I bought the parts, half of them were coming from Japan. So I ended up having to wait another like month and a half while it was snowing here. Very glad to finally have this very glad to have this in my collection. And I can't wait to see the best way to pose this up with my other Gundams on the shelf. But this has been a review by Deadpool Toys 1-2.
Man, this is a weird toy.
Then I will see you guys in future videos. Bye.